And now, more of Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. In my hometown of Sarasota, Florida, GOP Chairman Joe Gruder selected Donald Trump as Statesman of the Year. And we now have on the air with us Donald Trump. Welcome.
How are you, Phil?
Oh, thank you very much. I talked to you years and years ago.
I remember that, actually. I have a good memory, and so do you. That's good.
Yes, years ago. Well, we're delighted. We'll be seeing you August 26th. You'll be at the Ritz-Carlton receiving the Statesman of the Year award. You know, just to get your comment here, Joe selected you, and he called you wise, skillful, respectful political leader. Your thoughts as to why that's his perception, but not only his, but many influential people. And why is it you have such an impact, you think, on politics and candidates? Why do you think that is?
Well, Phil, I'd like to say it's because people like me, but I don't know that that's the reason. I think, you know, what I say is born out of a certain level of understanding and intelligence having to do with business. And when I talk about China ripping off our country, and they are just ripping us like nobody's ever ripped, and when I talk about OPEC and energy prices and how they laugh at us when they drive up the energy prices, and we have nobody to defend us. We don't have a president that knows what he's doing, and we have nobody to defend us. And so you look at, and when I say China, I'm not only talking about China, I'm talking about many, many countries all over the world, every country. Any country does business with us, they walk away with, call it profit, tremendous. Colombia, $4 billion in profit last year. Every country rips off the United States, and we have people that don't know what they're doing. We have leadership that they don't respect, and they laugh at us. I mean, we're like a bunch of stupid people. So when I speak, I think that people maybe like me and maybe don't like me, but I think much more importantly, they agree with what I say, which is basic common sense.
Right, and you have the nerve to say it, which most people don't, and that's why they respect you, I think.
You know, interestingly, Mitt Romney, one of the reasons I endorsed him is that he feels strongly about the whole China problem.
Right.
And even Obama, a month ago, first time ever, he said something negative about China. Sounded just like me. There's only one problem. He said it, and then he went back into a shell and doesn't say it anymore. You know, it's like amazing. China was really bad a month and a half ago. I mean, they were really nasty to us in what they were doing. And he actually made a couple of negative statements about China. I said, is that Trump? And they said, no, that's Obama. But, you know, unfortunately, that was a one-day wonder, and nothing will ever happen. You know, it's all talk and no action, but we are just getting ripped as a country. So I think people hear these, you know, different positions I take, and I think they respect them.
Talking about Newt, I got a clip, and I want you to respond to. This is what Newt said the other day.
This is the most methodically systematic, dishonest team we've ever seen in American politics at the presidential level.
And, you know, that's pretty clear because, again, they keep misrepresenting what the Medicare plan is.
Oh,
and you know, I mean, they just come out, they bold-faced lie. They say that the people over 55 years of age are going to get nailed. That's not true. None of that's true. But what's your opinion? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, I think it's the most vicious campaign I've ever seen. And by the way, the second was Hillary. What he did to Hillary, it's amazing that she's actually working for him because what they did to her was incredible. And, you know, up until now, I had always heard that the most vicious campaign ever waged was his campaign against Hillary Clinton. And, you know, John McCain wanted to be a nice guy, and you saw what happened there. And one thing I'm very happy about is that Mitt Romney no longer says that Obama is a nice person, because they're finding out differently. They're finding out the truth. There's nothing nice about him or his people. And what they've done is systematically, I think, maybe discredit themselves. Yesterday, the Jane statement by the vice president. It's a vicious group of people, and I think maybe at a certain point that could come back to haunt them.
It could, and I'm going to play this clip. Give me your comment on this clip.
If you got a business, that you didn't build that. Somebody else made that happen.
You didn't build your organization, Mr. Trump. You didn't. I didn't build mine either. Who built it for you?
That's a shame, that comment, and I think he wished he never said it because it really is having impact on a lot of people that have been working 24 hours a day to keep their business going or to build a business, even if it's doing well. And frankly, that was a terrible comment. But you know what that really does, Phil? It shows the real inner self. That really shows the real Obama. And that's where he's coming from, and it's a very dangerous thing for this country.
And in yesterday's comment, I'll run this comment for you.
American taxpayers are now positioned to recover more than my administration invested in GM.
That's not true.
No,
we're going to lose. We're going to lose $36 billion. It's not true, but he says it.
Well, actually, it was really amazing because, and I didn't even know this. I heard the other day where we're losing about $28 billion in the auto bailout alone.
Yeah.
That based on the stock price and everything else, we're going to lose at least $28 billion. And then you look at all of the terrible deals. I mean, he became an investment banker. You look at Solyndra and you look at all these terrible deals that have been made, and I mean, the numbers are staggering. The country cannot sustain itself if it's going to go another 4 years like this. Just can't do it.
Well, we really appreciate, and we can't wait for you to come to Sarasota. We're looking forward to it. We'll be there, and you're going to be at the convention too, right?
I will, and
yeah.
Joe is a great guy.
Yeah,
Joe Gruder is just a fantastic guy, and he's got his most successful dinner ever, so I'm very honored by that. But there was just something about the way he invited me, and I just said, you know what, I'm going to do that, because I've turned down so many, and I said I'm going to do that. So I'll see you there, Phil.
Okay, thank you so much.
Have a good time.
All right, thank you. That's Donald Trump. We'll be back right after this break.